Hey everyone, I recently posted a question on the Big Southern Bows Facebook page as to whether you all like the more detailed videos that are longer, more drawn out, or did you like to have the pieces already made and me just put them together. And all of the comments that I got were that a more detailed video is what everybody liked. So I'm just warning you ahead of time. This is going to be, a pretty long video. So I want to go ahead and get started. But before I get started, just a couple of things I want to say in caution. As you can probably tell, I have a cold, so I'll probably be clearing my throat quite a bit, and hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. And secondly, we got snow today, which hasn't happened in about 10 years. We don't get snow in the in the wintertime down here in the south, so my dogs are a little weirded out, so if they start barking, don't be surprised. Okay, so this is the bow we're going to make today, and it's kind of like a Christmas cookie baking sort of bow, if that makes sense. It's got all of the like cooking utensils, and like there's a blender. And well, I'll get the ribbon in just a second. Anyway, I also found these little cookie cutter shaped things in the scrapbook section at Hobby Lobby. I'll show them to you. Okay, so just to get started, let's see, that's the ribbon. It says Baking Spirits Bright. Okay, and so it's just kind of like a baking theme, Christmas theme. And this ribbon comes from the Ribbon Genie Facebook group, but if they are out of this, there is also another ribbon like this on ribbonretreat.com. It's very, very similar, if not exactly the same, okay? And then the filler ribbons that we're using, most of them came with the printed ribbon over here from the Ribbon Genie. This is where it comes from. But, you can use any kind of filler ribbons that you want. I don't think this one came with it. And maybe not that one. I'm not sure. I've got so many different ones, but I know this one did, and this one did. Okay, so these are like a perfect match. As far as the bottle cap in the center, she did have the matching images to go with it. I didn't order them though for some reason, I don't know, but I found some that matched the theme. Like this one says Mama's Little Helper, this one says Official Cookie Taster, so any kind of baking type thing would go with it. You can do whatever you want. I've also used a few of these little decorative bows at the top. I've got a couple of flowers. You'll need a couple of felt pieces if you're going to use the flowers, and then the little embellishments. I don't have another bag of them, but anyway, they're like little cookie cutters. Very precious. And they come in a bag like this from Hobby Lobby. Okay, this has Christmas ornaments in it, but it was in like the Christmas section where the scrapbooking stuff is. Okay, our bow is going to be like a 6-inch bow. All the spikes are cut to 6 inches. Okay, the main bow and surround bow, let's see, that's 22 inches. The base bow, I'm just using this red, green, and white striped ribbon. This is cut to 26 inches, I believe. Okay, and And then of course these are the ribbons for the main bow and the surrounded bow, and that's 22 inches. Okay, so to get started, and by the way, this is the giveaway bow, so I'll tell you about that once we get done. Okay, just be prepared for a long video, and you know, if you want to speed it up or whatever to get past certain points, please feel free to do that, because I just, you know, I'm not very quick at doing it, and I don't edit. So of course you'll also need a barrette, needle and thread, scissors, glue gun, maybe the E6000 lighter, that kind of stuff. Okay, so I've already cut and heat sealed my spikes. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting them together. That's going to be my middle piece. And basically I just start stacking them. Okay. And you may have a different way of doing yours. I don't know. This is how I do mine. Now I do the first three kind of like this, with just the one in the middle. And then I start to overlap just a little bit. Okay, you can see I've overlapped somewhat. And I kind of like this style. I used to not do that because I put rhinestones on a lot of them, but you can see how it's just overlapped just a tad bit. There they go. Okay, and then so I just continue. And keep going. Actually, I think I messed up the pattern. That's like this, but it doesn't matter because I've actually got another set of spikes already done. I just wanted to show you how I put them together. Okay, and that's about it. Let's see, let me fix the camera a little bit. Okay, so I know it was kind of hard to see that. Anyway, this is about how it should look. Okay, and like I said, I just kind of overlapped a little bit there. Now, how would you, is there an easy way to pick up the spikes and crease them in the middle? No. I know I did a video before where I kind of burned the center. You definitely can do that. I just basically pick mine up. I put my, you know, kind of middle finger there. Okay. And then I basically stick my needle through the back. Just be real careful to try to hold on to everything. Okay. And then I just simply fold in the center. Fold it inward. And then fold back each side or whatever, and you can kind of see the crease in the middle. And then I just kind of reach around, and it's like a sandwich sort of thing. And I've done a few videos on these spikes before. Okay. And to me, that's kind of the hardest part, is just getting it picked up and getting your crease. Okay. So then I just kind of wade through Oops. Watch what I'm doing here. Alright, and you just want to make sure that you're in the middle, in the center. See, I told y'all I'm not fast with this kind of stuff. Okay, and then basically I just wrap it around and pull it pretty tight. Making sure I'm right in the center. Now, before I tie it off, okay, I'm just going to unfold it like this and then pull it tight again. It's just kind of one of those things where at first it's not going to look real pretty, but making sure that your sides are even, that you got right in the center, that kind of thing. And then I basically, before I tie it off, I just pull all these things out. Yeah, I've still got this back here. I have no idea if this is a good technique or an easy technique. Spikes are just not real easy, okay? And so this is sort of what it looks like, you know, before we fix it. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied, so I'm going to just tie it off in the back now. Okay, and so once I do that, I can cut this off, and you just kind of bend it back and forth and make sure they're all in place. Okay, now this is definitely not the finished product here, but basically what you want to do next then, and I just start on one side. I've got my red polka dot here, and then I've got my striped pieces, and I just pull them out as much as I can and kind of put my thumb here, and then I get my glue gun and just put a little dab of glue and glue these down. You know, spikes take a while to make. They really do. There's no quick method that I know of. Okay, and then, you know, you're basically doing the same thing with the rest of the spikes. And you can do all one side, or you can do a few on this side and then go to the other side. That kind of thing. Okay, and so then I've only done these 5, but that's, you know, that's what it looks like, and you just keep going. Okay, and rather than waste a bunch of time doing the rest of them, what I did was I went ahead and did a completed stack of them that match this one. And it's the same thing. You know, this is the exact same thing. I just wanted to do a completed set, so I didn't take up a lot of time. But that's how the spikes are done. Not too much different than any other tutorial you would watch. Believe it or not, I actually don't make a whole lot of these over-the-top bows. I make the big, you know, JoJo type bows more often than these. These are pretty much a rare occurrence. Okay. Alright, so that's it for the spikes. So we're going to set that to the side. I'm going to make the base bow real quick. And the main bow. And also you might want to get some hairspray once you get your parts made. You want to spray them and then stiffen them. Alright, so this was cut to 26 inches. I'm going to fold it in half to make a crease. Let me just fix the camera a little bit. I'm hoping that I don't have it off too much. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to do the figure 8 method here. Now this ribbon did not come from the Ribbon Genie, but I do believe they have it on ribbonretreat.com. I believe that's where I got it from. Alright, and so this bow is definitely not new. So I'm just going to put it together real quick. This ribbon is nice because it's like double-sided. Okay. Very easy to work with too. Okay, and of course I need to rethread. So I told y'all it was going to be a long video. Let me just put that in there real quick, and bear with me while I rethread. By the way, I use upholstery thread. Most of the time I get it from Walmart, but this spool came from Hobby Lobby because they were on sale, so I kind of stocked up. Yeah, I always joke about how hot it is down here, and we're usually wearing shorts in January, and it was 80 degrees a couple of days ago, but I'll be darned, we got, I think, 6 inches of snow in our area this morning, so my kids have been out playing in it all morning. Okay, so I'm going to take this out now and just stick my needle through the back. Do my 3-fold crease. Sorry about all the sniffling. Everybody here is sick. Alright, so then I'm just going to wrap around the center. Tie it off in the back. Okay. And of course this is 7/8 size. I mean, you could do a pinwheel, which is what I've usually been doing lately, but I kind of wanted to use this Christmas ribbon. Okay, so there is our bow, and it's, oh, let's see, it's about 4 inches. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side for just a second. Okay, and we're going to do the main bow. Alright, so I'm lining mine with the red polka dot, and this is on the other side, and it's cut to 22 inches. Now, this is the hardest part for me. I don't know why, but the figure 8 twisted boutique bow with all of this print, this paint, really makes it hard to do a real good one, if that makes any sense. And then when you double line it, that's another thing that kind of makes it difficult. But I mean, you could do just a twisted boutique, but I don't like that little tail kind of thing. This to me looks a little better. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Alright, so we're going to do the figure 8, and I have done this bow plenty of times, and plenty of tutorials, so I'm not going to go into big detail about it. Alright. And the most important part, I guess, about this one is just making sure you get it centered right. Okay. Alright, so that's about what it should look like. Now, what I've been doing that helps me to get these better, I usually hand fold, but with these smaller ones that I put in the over the top bows, I'm actually going to use my salon clip to crease it, and I just kind of do like this to make sure. The thing about the figure 8 bow is if you're off just one little bit, then your bow is not going to look right. Okay. Alright, I think that's good enough. I guess it doesn't have to be perfect. I feel like if somebody is buying this, you know, if you're paying for it, then it should be as perfect as possible. Alright, so then I'm going to, it's hard to push your needle through all that thick paint. I guess it's paint. And then I'm going to do the old-fashioned way like I did in some of my very first videos. Instead of hand folding, I'm just going to wrap this needle and thread around the center 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to end up at the top. And then I kind of stick my thumbnail right in the middle so that you can get that crease right there, so it'll, you know, hopefully crease a little better. And of course mine didn't exactly do what I wanted it to, but anyway. Alright, then I'm going to take it off and hold it in, you know, be sure you hold it in the middle. Pull it as tight as you can, and I'm just going to kind of give it a look-see. Alright. And I'm going to tie it off in the back. Fix my nail real quick. Goodness, my nail fell off. Oh well, I guess that doesn't matter. Okay, and then you just kind of, I put my fingers in through here. And then, you know, you just kind of play around with it and get it how you want it. I always love it when it comes out just absolutely perfect like I want it. And mine have not been coming out perfect lately. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is get my hairspray. And give it a good spray. I have like a little tray that I use. Just bear with me a second. And I'm going to take my base bow, and this one even though I'm not completely satisfied with the way this one looks yet. I have to work with it a little bit, but I'm going to, I tell you what, let me, I was going to get some clips, but now I can't find any. Alright, anyway, let me get my hairspray. Let me just spray it off camera real quick. And then I have a little fan that helps to get it dried fairly quick. So, alright, so that is that. And so then next we're going to work with our surround-a-bow. Now, typically the surround-a-bow, I cut that to the same length as my bow, maybe an inch or a half an inch more. Okay, and so if the bow was, you know, 22 inches, then I cut this to, you know, at least 22, maybe 22 and a half, whatever. Okay, and then basically what you do is fold it in half